Right, so when I was a child, when I was a young boy, back in 1997, when I was 11 years old, I got really excited about a game coming out that I purchased almost immediately, and I did not have much money back then, and buying a new game, a brand new game, was unheard of. I worked all summer for the money to pay for this because it had adverts on the TV. It was a game called Final Fantasy VII. And now, in 2023, many years later, we are getting Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So it's a very exciting time to be me.
Wow, that is cool. Yeah, you've talked about Final Fantasy VII a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the most... So I know a couple bits about this, but originally, the first Final Fantasy VII came out, it was on the PlayStation. The first PlayStation had 4 discs because it had so much data. This one... And obviously, games don't do that anymore. Except for this one, it has 2 discs.
No, don't say that. I put a B on my belt.
We're still here at the scene of this terrible disaster.
Looks slightly better than I remember. Back in 97. Barrett! Tifa!
Amidst the wreckage of the expressway,
no!
search
Arm
and rescue
flop.
operations are already in
Red
progress.
13. Oh my god, Aerith! Bad things happen to Aerith. Or Aerith, whatever you...
The journey continues? They just carry on?
So there was a previous Final Fantasy VII release that covered like the first part of the game, which was just like the first sort of chapter of the game. And so now
it's still going strong.
It may look that way, but in reality,
it's the rest of the
it's
story.
barely hanging on.
My bad. Ooh, nice and open world. This is cool.
What's Cloud been doing these past
You're not
5
gonna mention the
years?
sword?
Where's he been?
No, I'm just
and
kidding.
you're...
I know it always is.
I'm like, I have exposure therapy to the sword, the Buster
This is
sword.
gonna
I'm
sound
used to
crazy,
it now.
but
It's fucking
as far as I know,
That's a
Cloud was
chocobo.
never
Yes.
in
I know
Nibelheim
that.
5 years ago.
I'm still here.
Chocobo, or as I used to call them, Chobocos, because I misread it.
It is the very essence of our star. The blood
So yeah,
coursing
this is
through
just
its
the
planetary veins.
Final Fantasy VII story, but the rest of it.
According to Hojo, they're connected
It looks
to Sephiroth.
really
It
good.
looks pretty. Looks nice.
Shadows of the Man, I believe he called them.
I can't really believe that this
Sephiroth
game
was in Midgard.
was
We
able
fought
to
him.
be made back then?
Whatever happened,
Didn't
he's
look like
alive.
this.
No,
But
but even just
Why
like...
come back now?
Yeah, it's a big story.
After 5 years, doing who knows what?
Or like doing who knows what.
Angered it, more like.
The voice acting is good. I like the voice acting. Ah, okay, so we've evolved beyond turn-based combat. That's great.
Feast your eyes on the Turk's latest and greatest, Elena.
She may be new, but she's still a Turk.
Turks. I got really good at this game. Like leveled up my character, thanks to take out the Turks so quickly. It was great. Love the Turks. Dude, it's very visually, like, lots of big environmental buildings and like lots of like scenery.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous. It's quite funny how realistic the world looks against the characters, because they also look great, but obviously they have to be very stylized.
Wonder if we're going to give us a... So in this game, the more damage you do, you build up to your finisher.
They say she's a
the ultimate, I
monster,
guess.
that she can peer
Sephiroth.
inside you, into the very depths of your soul. That she can become those you hate, those you fear, those you love.
One-winged angel.
You murdered my dad. You burned my village.
Babe, you
You
can't
know that I
run up
killed
to
her.
someone yelling. You've got to be quieter than that.
So
No,
who
a
is she?
hair. Like, if you intend on actually getting the samurai sword off, you've really got to be quiet about it. But
Ooh, early
oh
next
no,
year.
it's literally on 2 discs.
Yeah, it's on 2 discs. I saw that on Twitter. It's hilarious.
I thought you were joking.
Yeah, it was like it was a bit of a meme back in the day, back in '97, that it was
Yeah.
on 4 discs, and they're kind of I think they're leaning into it a little bit on
Yeah.
this. So yeah,
Yeah,
super
that's like
excited.
the only thing I knew about it. That and the big sword.
Unfortunately, only on the PS5.
Oh no.
So I might have to message a friend and see if I can borrow a PS5. If you guys are
I
excited,
only need it for 6 months to finish the game.
They are long games. Actually, it took me so long to beat the first one. Do you guys remember Final Fantasy VII, the 1st one? Do you remember playing it back in the day?
You're feeling the sweet nostalgia.
Or I'm looking forward to it. At least I'm going to watch it and stuff like that. It's going to be really fun. If you guys enjoyed Final Fantasy VII or this reaction, please give us a like.
Yeah! And let us know if you're hyped for it, because that seems like a pretty huge deal and a pretty huge release. We have reacted to pretty much all of the trailers for the new games that we hadn't already reacted to in the Summer Games Fest. So if you haven't watched or you want to see what our other reactions are, please do check them out. There are a bunch of them, and we'll be reacting to more stuff in the next week or so, because so many games are getting announced right now. It's crazy. So anyway, follow us, subscribe, and
might as well subscribe whilst you're here.
Yeah, we're trying to push for monetization, so that would be awesome. Hopefully we'll see you around on Twitch.